Wicked, wicked. Jungle is massive. Wicked, wicked. Jungle is massive. Wicked, wicked.
What's up? I'm going to you here from the UK. To all my fans out there, we're going to be learning about the Hamlet today, Act 5. So, just a little summary before we get started on the real cool. I got a nice surprise for you today. It's got 2 scenes in it. In scene 1, if you listen and you learn about it, it starts with Ophelia. She's dead. So Ophelia is there in her graveyard, and Hamlet and Horatio is going over. They take a little walk because Hamlet had a little fadoodle with Ophelia, and so they going to see her in the graveyard. So Hamlet, he's like on his period or something, and so he's like gets all depressed. He's got like a skull in his hand or something like that, and he's talking about it. So after a little bit, they talk about the jesters, the skull. So Hamlet gets interrupted by these 2 wiggers called Claudius and Gertrude, and that's like the king and queen or something. They think there's a real hot, you know. And so, and the 80s comes over and he'd be like, yo, you killed my sister, but she actually committed suicide, you know, icy death. And so you got like a whole bunch of arguing going on, and too much for me to understand because it's in this weird English. Scene 2, respect, you know. So scene 2 comes over, everybody's about to die, but you don't know that yet. Hamlet starts explaining to Horatio what happened on his journey to England. He's all like, look, so these 2 dudes like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, they supposed to like kill me, but I'd be like, nah, because I go and I grab the letter that the king wrote, don't worry about it, read it. So, you know, that happens. A courtier, Osric, interrupts Hamlet and Horatio having their little, you know, chat over some tea in a very ornate and silly language. Osric is like, yo, Hamlet, Claudius wants to see you fight Laertes. So Claudius is like, I want to see you kill Hamlet. That's what he said to Laertes, just like that. So Hamlet declares that he's like, all right, I'll go, I'll fight you dude. You know, dead. So, you know, we in the castle now. There's about a fight. Claudius and Laertes got this plan where like the swords got some bluegie on it, and Claudius has also got like this drink that's got like venom in it from like some snake. Not a snake. So the fight begins, and Osric is like the referee, but that's not important, so I don't know what that's about. So they start fighting. Hamlet starts winning. It's like, well, what's going on? Because Laertes is supposed to be winning. So a lot of stuff happens. Claudius is like, hey, you want this drink, Hamlet? It's got the poison in it. And Hamlet's like, no, I'm good. So he puts it back on the table. And stupid queen, she's like, I'm thirsty, because, you know, I'm a thought. And so she grabs a drink. She like gulping it down like it's a juice, orange juice, but it's not. It's poison. And so in like 5 minutes, she about to drop dead. So Hamlet's winning. He wins like 2 games in a row, and they like switch swords on accident. So now Hamlet's got the poison sword after he's been cut with it, and Laertes, he's about to die because he gets slashed with the poison sword. And so a lot of stuff happens. Everybody's dying, and so after all that happens, Hamlet dies. Hamlet's about to die. The king and the queen's dead. Laertes is dead. Ophelia, she bit the dust a while ago. You know, Claudius and Rosencrantz there because of them pirates. And so Hamlet, he's like, I'm about to die. And so Horatio, his main Jew, he's like got him in his arms. He's like, yo, I got you, cuz. And so Hamlet like he like says some really important words that we can say later. And so they're like, all right, Hamlet's dying, Horatio, tragedy. That's what it is. Act 5. We's out.
Incredible general. Sensational with the comic. Incredible general.
So listen here. Today I got a nice little surprise for you chaps. None other than your homeboy Shakespeare. So Shakespeare. So what's he's about? I heard he's like an artist or something like that.
What does thou speak of?
What was the fault? Can we like translate that into modern English? Can you do that for me? Because they're also saying I don't be working.
Oh, yeah, I can speak.
Okay. Good, because like my viewers don't be like speaking Russian all the time. So you say he's an artist. What have you painted?
I'm not really like a painting artist. I write plays and poems for the Queen Elizabeth. And yeah, I'm pretty good. I also write them for my girlfriend, Anne Hathaway.
Whoa. Yo, she's hot. I've seen her before in like some of the movies.
No, not that.
No, it's alright. I know who you're talking about. Alright, so like tell me a little bit about like where was you geographically, like when is the geographical date is when you was born?
I was born in England in 1564.
Whoa, so you're like 3,000 years old.
No,
My respect.
Not quite
My
3,000.
respect. Alright. So why did you write, because you know how we was talking about like the main story, Hamlet, like why did you write a whole story about the revenge of like a breakfast meal? Because like all of my friends, we'd be like watching it and we'd be like, whoa, this like Hamlet is like walking around with swords and stuff. Why Shakespeare, was you tripping when you wrote this?
It's not about a breakfast food. It's about the Prince Hamlet, which is his name, but he's not a breakfast food.
Okay, I get it. So is he like a lunch or dinner?
No, he's not food. He's a real person.
Alright, we'll just move light about it. We just move on to the next question.
Okay.
So, why do you think Hamlet was so mad when he like stabbed Claudius, you know? He like stabbed him, poisoned, made him drink that orange juice with the poison in it. Why did he like hate him so much?
Well, it wasn't orange juice. It was wine with the poison in it. And
Okay.
he hated him. I read the character because Claudius had killed his father, obviously, and he was trying to get revenge. And Hamlet already was poisoned from Laertes' sword, so he figured I might as well kill him now.
You know, take him out while he's like dirty.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, so what's it that Hamlet says when he's like about to die? He's like, Horatio. Was he
yes.
like a little bit of a
Those are some
queer,
of my
you know,
favorite
homo?
lines. No, he's
He's
not
like all up in
homosexual. No,
Horatius.
they're just good friends. But his last lines are, "If thou didn't ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell my story." He's basically telling Horatio that he needs to live on to tell the story of Hamlet and what happened here.
Alright, we can roll with that. I just don't know what you said, but it's alright. Alright, so do you do the writing the plays for like the bling blings or for the booty, you know, Anna Hathaway?
No, I write them because I enjoy writing them and I'm good at them. I don't necessarily do it to get famous. I mean, just kind of do it to write plays.
It's okay, I got you, dude. A lot of people be like that on the tele. You know, they keep
I'm not sure what you
the
mean by
boom boom
tele.
and the thing on the down low. It's alright, it's alright. Alright, so do you think Hamlet, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, doesn't matter, do you think he really loved Ophelia?
You know, that's one of the great things about the character of Hamlet. He's really hard to figure out. But I wrote him that I do think he loved Ophelia. And one of the things he said in the last act was, "I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not with all their quantity of love make up my sum." So he's basically saying like he loved her more than 40,000 brothers could.
Dang, she got banged by like 40,000 brothers, and he still loved her more than that.
No,
That's pretty good.
No, that's not what it said.
Next question. So, do you personally think the father was a ghost, or was he a demon? Like, you wrote it, everybody be asking this question. What you personally think when you was writing it?
What do I personally think? I think he was a ghost personally, but it's really however you interpret it. That's the great thing about the play, is you can interpret it in so many ways that for everybody it's a different story.
Alright, so you've heard it here, none other than your main men, Shakespeare and Ali F. That's a rollout.
What's up there to teachers?